Hey everybody, Craig and Lori here. Today I want to show you some tips for when doing yoga. Now, before I say that, here's my disclaimer. I am not a yogi. I do not practice yoga on a regular basis. However, I've had so many clients come into my studio, including instructors, that have injured themselves doing yoga. They've injured mainly their shoulders and their back or rib cage area while doing yoga. And it's not yoga itself that's the problem, but there are some techniques within it that may not be right for you and may put your shoulder or low back into a place where it can get injured. And I'm going to show you some examples of that, how to stabilize the shoulder girdle in a way that may prevent these injuries and pains that then you can use in your yoga class. Although I know some of the techniques are to really open and broaden range of motion, if you happen to be a hyper flexible person or you don't have the strength to contain that mobility, it can very well hurt you. But I'm going to show you how to prevent that. First thing we need to know is about the shoulder. There's a thing inside the shoulder known as the labrum, and that holds this humerus bone into the shoulder. And that gets stressed, actually turn to the side, that gets stressed when this bone rolls forward like this, and all of these muscles get stretched out of position. If you add into that, the arm is up, now you're really putting undue stress onto that shoulder, can help tear this deltoid muscle or the labrum inside. To prevent that, we want to make sure that the arm stays close to the body, and these muscles underneath the shoulder blades, serratus anterior and lat, help to stabilize this as you go through the motions of chaturanga, down dog, and up dog. And Lori's going to show you that, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on and how to change it. Excellent. First things first, I want you to, we're going to go, go ahead. Now, when she's in this position, a lot of people are pushing so much from their arms that they're engaging these trap muscles, and it's getting a lot of tension in the neck. Yes, just like that. This can really strain your neck, create shoulder problems there. What I want you to do is sit into this, widen out the back. This should open up. You can even drop in here a little bit more, and you'll feel this happen. These muscles will engage, the whole back will widen out, engage, and you won't be getting the stress into your neck, and that's very good. Next, when you go into the plank position, and thank you. From the plank position, when we go down into chaturanga, we want to make sure we're not sliding the scapulas together so they pinch, because that's going to pull our shoulder blades out of their proper positioning. So go ahead and go down into chaturanga, and she'll keep this open, very nice. This is relaxed too, and she's not bulging into her neck. And look how flat and open this is with her arms next to her body. This is great. Then when she goes through that motion, she keeps the shoulder blades down. She doesn't let this pop up to her ears like that. And she'll go through it and show you the bad way again. But keeping this down, back is wide, really working to pinch the shoulder blades like you're trying to squeeze orange juice out of an orange with your armpit. And that'll keep this down and open. Now, this has also increased the flexibility of the back. So a lot of people get into this deep cobra. But if you lift through the abs, this will prevent hyperextending into the low back and therefore creating injuries, which I get a lot of that too. So this may be too high for you, and use the stomach to combat that. Every time I go through and I'm coming up into the cobra position, I am pulling through that abdominal to know that I'm countering back extension and preventing overextending and hurting my back. Excellent. So sorry to make you do this. So now she's going to show you what not to do, and I'll point through it. So she's going to go back into plank position. Now she's going to go down, and she's going to let these shoulder blades pinch and neck. This is bad, really can injure. This is rolling forward and can hurt. Now she goes up into the other position. Look at the neck muscles like this. And I see a lot of people like this, and their head's way back, compressing into the neck and cervical spine and pushing into these shoulders. Relax that. I don't want you to get hurt. So I see this a lot. I look around, everyone's like this, and I know there's the whole technique of melting the heart and letting this really open up. But if you happen to have wonky shoulders and you're not that strong, this can really injure your shoulder, and that's not good for you. We don't want that to happen. So when you're going through the positions, squeeze that armpit down. Think wide back, wide scapula, not sliding them together. And that's very important. As you move through, lift through the abs to support your low back. And then when you're going back with the hips in the air into that pike position, make sure that this is wide. It's almost like you sink down into your shoulder girdle. So they slide down and lock in down here. You're not pushing away so much that you're working this out. Excellent. Thank you so much. Sorry to make you go through the bad stuff. All right. Last little tip about that. You're good. Last little tip I want to go through is that the rotational stuff. You want to make sure you lift through the abs and you rotate and just go into your range of motion. You're not competing with Joe and Bob and Betsy next to you who may be twisted all the way around like an owl and their head's gone 360. You don't need that. You want to make sure you go to where you feel it and don't push too far beyond that, hurting yourself. Because the twist can also throw ribs out, and I get a lot of ribs popped out of place from people doing yoga, and we don't want to do that either. So these are some little tips to take with you to your yoga class. And, you know, be nice to your instructor. They have all different ranges of motion that they're working with and things they're trying to do, and just say, hey, I'm just doing this to help my shoulders out. And, you know, let it be, because I've had people try and make me into a pretzel too when I'm in classes, and I know that's no good for my shoulders. So those are our tips for your yoga class, hopefully keeping you out of pain when you do your lovely yoga. I'm Craig, and this is Lori. We're with Z-Line Fitness, helping you feel better, look better, and perform better.